Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the power of discretion and the importance of guarding your heart, your dreams, and your journey. You see, not everyone needs to know everything about you. Sometimes the less you reveal, the more peace you'll feel. Not everyone will understand or support your goals. Keeping them private shields them from unnecessary criticism. When you have a dream, it's like a fragile seed planted in your heart. In the beginning, it needs nurturing, care, and protection. But if you expose it too soon, it becomes vulnerable to the harsh winds of doubt and negativity. It's not that people don't want the best for you. Sometimes they just can't see what you see. They don't have the same vision, the same passion, or the same calling. What's clear to you might look impossible or even foolish to someone else. When you share your aspirations prematurely, you open the door for others to cast their opinions on something they might not fully grasp. They might question your intentions, downplay your abilities, or point out all the reasons why it won't work. These voices, whether intentional or not, can plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Even the strongest of dreams can falter under the weight of constant negativity. It's not because the dream wasn't valid, but because the wrong voices got into your head before your vision had the chance to grow roots. You might think, but I want people to know what I'm working on. I want them to see how serious I am. That's understandable. We all crave recognition and affirmation. But the truth is, you don't need a crowd to validate your vision. What you need is time to cultivate it. Let it grow in the safety of your heart until it's strong enough to withstand outside scrutiny. By keeping it private, you give it the opportunity to develop without interference. You can work on it quietly, free from the pressure of having to prove yourself to anyone. There's a certain strength in silence. When you don't reveal too much, you keep people guessing. They can't criticize what they don't know. They can't interfere with what they don't understand. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself or distrust everyone around you. It means being selective. Not everyone needs to know your plans. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams. Share with those who truly believe in you, those who will encourage you and push you forward. These are the people who see your potential, even when no one else does. In life, there are dream nurturers and dream killers. The nurturers will water your vision with positivity and support. The killers, whether knowingly or unknowingly, will cast doubts and tell you why it won't work. By keeping your dreams to yourself, you limit the reach of the dream killers. You give your vision a fighting chance to grow strong before it exposed to the outside world. It's important to remember that the criticism of others often has more to do with them than with you. People project their fears, limitations, and insecurities onto others. If someone doesn't believe your dream is possible, it's often because they can't see it for themselves. Their disbelief is a reflection of their perspective, not a verdict on your potential. But when you share too much too soon, you give their perspective a voice in your story. You allow their doubts to mix with your faith, and that can weaken your resolve. Instead of seeking external validation, learn to trust your own intuition. Trust that the vision you've been given is meant for you. You don't need to explain it, defend it, or get approval for it. It's yours and it's valid. Your job is to nurture it, to take small, consistent steps toward it every day. The time will come when it's ready to be revealed. By then, it will be strong enough to stand on its own, regardless of what anyone else thinks. When you protect your vision, you also protect your energy. Sharing too much can drain you. You spend time and emotional energy explaining, defending, or justifying your dreams to people who may never fully understand them. That's energy that could have been invested in moving closer to your goal. Keeping your vision private allows you to channel all your focus and effort into what truly matters, making progress. Silence doesn't mean secrecy. It means wisdom. It means knowing when to speak and when to hold back. It means understanding that not everyone needs to be part of your process. By guarding your dreams, you create an environment where they can thrive. You give yourself the freedom to grow at your own pace without the pressure of external expectations. There's a time for everything, a time to plant or to water, and a time to harvest. Let your dream have its time to grow. Give it the privacy it needs to develop into something extraordinary. When it's ready, you won't have to announce it. It will speak for itself. Sometimes your greatest power lies in what you choose not to say. In a world that constantly encourages us to share everything about our lives, the art of silence can feel counterintuitive. Yet there's profound strength in holding back and choosing not to reveal every thought, every plan, or every emotion. Silence isn't a sign of weakness or submission. It's a demonstration of wisdom, discipline, and self-control. By mastering the ability to stay quiet in certain situations, you gain a level of control over yourself and your circumstances that words alone can never provide. When you stay silent, you maintain the upper hand. Words once spoken cannot be taken back. They can be misunderstood, twisted, or even used against you. There's a power in keeping people uncertain and letting them wonder about what you're thinking or planning. When you speak too freely, you expose your intentions, your vulnerabilities, and your strategies. But when you choose silence, you create an aura of mystery that works in your favor. People can't predict your next move if they don't know where you stand. Silence in this way becomes a shield that protects your plans, your emotions, and your peace. Choosing silence doesn't mean suppressing your voice or hiding who you are. It means being selective about what you share and with whom. Not everyone deserves to know your story, your struggles, or your ambitions. The more you reveal, the more opportunities you give others to influence or disrupt your journey. Silence allows you to filter your audience, sharing only with those who have proven themselves trustworthy. It creates a boundary that safeguards your inner world, giving you the space to process, reflect, and grow without external interference. Silence is also a tool for understanding. When you're silent, you can observe more clearly. You can listen to what others are saying, not just with their words, but with their actions and intentions. Silence allows you to pick up on subtle cues, to notice what's left unsaid, and to gain insights that might be missed if you were too focused on speaking. In this way, silence sharpens your awareness, giving you an edge in navigating relationships, negotiations, and challenges. It helps you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, which often leads to better outcomes. In moments of conflict, silence can be particularly powerful. When emotions are high and tempers flare, responding with silence can diffuse tension. It can prevent arguments from escalating and give you the time you need to process your thoughts before saying something you might regret. Silence shows restraint, a quality that can earn you respect even in the heat of disagreement. It communicates that you are in control of your emotions, that you are not easily provoked, and that you value resolution over retaliation. Silence can also be a form of self-care. In a noisy world filled with endless chatter and constant demands for attention, choosing to remain silent is an act of reclaiming your peace. It allows you to step back, to disconnect from the noise, and to focus on your impulse or emotion, but by intention and wisdom. In silence, you can also find power in your actions. Words are easy. They can be spoken without thought or follow through. But actions speak louder than words, and they carry more weight. By choosing silence, you redirect the energy of your words into meaningful action. Instead of explaining your plans, you execute them. Instead of defending your worth, you prove it through your achievements. Silence shifts the focus from what you say to what you do, and in doing so, it magnifies the impact of your efforts. Silence also cultivates mystery and intrigue. People are naturally curious about what they don't know. When you hold back, when you don't reveal everything about yourself, you leave room for others to wonder. This mystery can work to your advantage, whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or any situation where perception matters. Silence makes you memorable because it sets you apart from those who are quick to share everything. It makes others pay closer attention when you do choose to speak because they know that your words carry weight. In essence, silence is not about withholding. It's about choosing wisely. It's about understanding that not everything needs to be said and that sometimes the most powerful message is the one left unspoken. When people know less, they have less to judge and you have more freedom to grow. It's natural to want to share your thoughts, your plans, and your progress with others. However, in doing so, you may unintentionally invite unnecessary opinions, critiques, and judgments into your life. Not everyone will see your efforts through the lens of encouragement or positivity. Some may judge prematurely. Others may misunderstand your intentions, and still, others, you may feel pressured to meet their expectations or avoid making mistakes in fear of being judged. This pressure can stifle your creativity and limit your willingness to take risks. But when you keep your growth process private, you create a safe space where you can explore, learn, and develop without the burden of external scrutiny. You allow yourself the freedom to make mistakes, knowing that they are part of the process and not a public spectacle for others to critique. Sharing less also helps you avoid the pitfall of being defined by others. When people know less about you, they have fewer pieces of information to form an opinion about who you are. This allows you to define yourself on your terms, rather than being boxed into a narrative constructed by others. It gives you the space to evolve and change without feeling tethered to others' expectations or judgments. Your identity becomes fluid, shaped by your own experiences and values, rather than rigidly fixed by the perceptions of those around you. Privacy also fosters authenticity. When you're not worried about how others perceive you, you're free to be yourself. You don't feel the need to perform, to conform to others' expectations, or to seek validation through their approval. This authenticity is empowering because it allows you to live in alignment with your true self. It's a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are, regardless of what others think or say. Another benefit of keeping your life private is that it strengthens your relationships. When you share less with the world, the connections you do choose to build become more meaningful. The people you confide in are those who have earned your trust, who genuinely care about you, and who want to see you succeed. These relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, rather than superficial exchanges. They become a source of support and encouragement rather than a source of judgment or comparison. Keeping your life private also gives you more control over your narrative. When you share too much, you risk losing control of your story. People may misinterpret your words, spread misinformation, or judge you based on incomplete or inaccurate information. But when you're selective about what you share, you maintain ownership of your story. You decide what others know about you, and you have the power to shape how you are perceived. There is a unique freedom that comes with being less known. When people don't have access to every detail of your life, you're not weighed down by their expectations or judgments. You can focus on your own growth and progress without feeling the need to explain or justify yourself to anyone. This freedom allows you to move at your own pace, to follow your own path, and to stay true to your own vision. Being less known doesn't mean being isolated or secretive. It means being intentional about what you share and with whom. It means recognizing that not everyone needs to know every detail of your life. It's about setting boundaries that protect your peace, your progress, and your potential. It's about valuing your privacy as a precious resource that allows you to thrive in your own way, on your own terms. Guarding your personal life allows you to prioritize inner peace over external validation. In a world where people often seek approval from others, it can be easy to fall into the trap of oversharing, thinking that the more others know about you, the more they will accept and appreciate you. But the truth is, when you constantly share your life with others, you give away a piece of your peace. You open the door to judgment, comparison, and expectations that can weigh heavily on your mind and spirit. By choosing to guard your personal life, you reclaim your power and focus on what truly matters, your peace of mind. Inner peace is a treasure that cannot be bought or given. It is cultivated within you. When you share too much of your personal life, you make it vulnerable to outside influences. People may offer opinions, advice, or criticism that can disrupt your sense of calm. Even well-meaning friends or family members may unintentionally burden you with their perspectives, leaving you questioning your decisions or doubting yourself. By keeping certain aspects of your life private, you protect yourself from this noise and allow yourself to live with clarity and confidence. External validation can be addictive. The likes, comments, and comments from others can feel affirming, but they are fleeting. When you rely on external validation to feel good about yourself, you hand over control of your emotions to others. If the praise stops or criticism arises, it can leave you feeling unsteady and insecure. By guarding your personal life, you free yourself from this cycle. You learn to find value in your own opinions and choices rather than constantly seeking approval from others. This independence fosters a deep sense of inner peace because you are no longer dependent on others for your happiness. Another aspect of guarding your personal life is the ability to focus on what truly matters to you. When you are not preoccupied with sharing every detail of your life or keeping up appearances for others, you can direct your energy toward your goals, passions, and personal growth. This focus allows you to create a life that aligns with your values and priorities rather than one that is shaped by the expectations or judgments of others. It gives you the freedom to make choices based on what brings you joy and fulfillment rather than what will impress or satisfy others. Protecting your personal life also strengthens your emotional resilience. When you are not constantly exposing yourself to external opinions, you build a stronger connection with your inner self. You become more attuned to your own feelings, needs, and desires. This self-awareness allows you to navigate challenges with greater confidence and composure because you are grounded in your own truth. You are less likely to be swayed by the opinions of others and more likely to stand firm in your beliefs and decisions. When you prioritize inner peace, you also create space for genuine connections with others. Instead of seeking validation through superficial interactions, you can cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships with those who truly understand and support you. These relationships are built on mutual respect and trust rather than on the need for approval or admiration. They become a source of comfort and encouragement rather than a source of stress or comparison. Guarding your personal life also helps you maintain a sense of mystery and individuality. When you share less, you retain a level of privacy that allows you to preserve your unique identity. People are naturally curious. And by not revealing everything about yourself, you leave room for intrigue and discovery. This can strengthen your personal and professional relationships as people are drawn to the depth and authenticity that comes with maintaining boundaries. Ultimately, guarding your personal life is about creating a balance between openness and privacy. It is about recognizing that not everyone needs to know everything about you and that your peace of mind is worth protecting. It is about valuing your personal experiences as sacred and choosing to share them selectively with those who have earned your trust and respect. By doing so, you create a life that is not only fulfilling, but also deeply rooted in the peace that comes from being true to yourself. Share your progress when it's ready, not while it's still a work in progress. There is something powerful about working quietly, away from the eyes and opinions of others as you build toward your goals. It's tempting to share every step along the way to let others know what you're working on and seek validation or encouragement. But when you reveal your progress too early, you expose yourself to potential negativity, distractions, and premature criticism that can derail your momentum. By waiting until your work is more established, you protect your vision and give it the time and space it needs to flourish. When you share your progress too soon, you risk allowing external voices to influence your direction. Even well-meaning feedback can be overwhelming or steer you away from your original intent. In the early stages, your ideas are like seeds, delicate and vulnerable. They need nurturing, time, and focus to grow into something strong. Introducing outside opinions during this phase can feel like exposing those seeds to harsh conditions before they've had the chance to take root. It's not about avoiding feedback entirely, but about being strategic in when and from whom you seek it. There's also the danger of diluting your energy. Sharing progress prematurely can shift your focus from the work itself to the reaction it generates. Instead of putting your energy into creating and refining, you may find yourself spending time justifying your plans, defending your ideas, or seeking approval. This not only slows your progress, but also takes you away from the passion and purpose that originally inspired your work. By keeping your progress private, you channel all your energy into task at hand, allowing you to move forward with clarity and intention. Another reason to wait before sharing your progress is that doing so prematurely can create unnecessary pressure. When others know about your efforts, they may start to hold you to timelines or expectations that don't align with your process. This pressure can lead to rushed decisions, unnecessary stress, or even abandoning your goal altogether. Keeping your progress private allows you to work at your own pace, free from external deadlines or the fear of disappointing others. It gives you the freedom to adapt, adjust, and grow without the weight of outside scrutiny. There's also the element of surprise that comes with revealing your progress when it's ready. When you unveil something fully formed, it speaks for itself. People are more likely to appreciate and respect your work when they see the finished product rather than bits and pieces along the way. This element of surprise can create a stronger impact, leaving others impressed by your dedication and ability to deliver without needing constant validation or updates. By withholding progress until it's ready, you also protect yourself from premature criticism. Early criticism can be discouraging, even if it's not meant to be. It can make you second-guess yourself, doubt your abilities, or feel the need to change your course unnecessarily. When you wait until your work is more developed, you present it from a place of confidence and readiness. You've had the time to address potential weaknesses, refine your ideas, and build something you're proud of. This makes you better equipped to handle feedback, both positive and negative, without it shaking your resolve. Waiting to share your progress doesn't mean you're hiding or being secretive. It means you're being intentional. It's about understanding that there's a time and place for everything, and that timing can make all the difference in how your work is received. There's a strength in knowing when to keep things to yourself and when to share them with the world. This discernment allows you to maintain control over your journey, ensuring that it unfolds in a way that aligns with your vision. Additionally, keeping your progress private allows you to focus on the process rather than the outcome. When you're not preoccupied with how others perceive your work, you can immerse yourself fully in the journey. This focus on the process leads to better results because you're not cutting corners or rushing to meet external expectations. Instead, you're giving your work the time and attention it deserves, which ultimately leads to a more meaningful and impactful outcome. Patience is a key factor in waiting to share your progress. It requires trust in your abilities and belief in your vision. It's about recognizing that the time spent working quietly and diligently is not wasted but invested. This patience allows you to grow, refine, and perfect your efforts without the distractions of external input. It's a discipline that builds resilience and confidence, enabling you to present your progress from a place of strength and readiness. Not everyone deserves access to your vulnerabilities. It's natural to want to open up to others, to share your struggles, your fears, and your challenges. We're wired for connection, and vulnerability can be a powerful way to build trust and foster relationships. But not everyone in your life is equipped to handle your vulnerable moments with care, respect, and understanding. When you share your deepest struggles with the wrong people, you risk exposing yourself to judgment, betrayal, or even indifference. Protecting your vulnerabilities is not about shutting people out. It's about discerning who has earned the right to hold your trust. Your vulnerabilities are sacred parts of you. They represent your humanity, your imperfections, and your strength in admitting where you need support. But sharing them recklessly or with people who don't value them can lead to unnecessary pain. Some people may dismiss your feelings or minimize your struggles. Others may use your openness against you, turning your moments of honesty into weapons. By choosing carefully who you confide in, you safeguard your emotional well-being and ensure that your vulnerabilities are met with empathy rather than exploitation. Discernment is key when deciding who to trust with your struggles. Look for people who have consistently shown they can be trusted, those who listen without judgment, who offer support without ulterior motives, and who respect the boundaries you set. Trust is not something to be given freely to everyone. It's something to be earned through actions over time. When you reserve your vulnerabilities for those who have proven themselves, you create a space where your struggles can be met with compassion and understanding. It's also important to recognize that not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Your struggles are unique to you, shaped by your experiences, values, and circumstances. Expecting everyone to empathize or offer meaningful support can set you up for disappointment. Instead of seeking validation or comfort from those who can't provide it, focus on surrounding yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. These are the individuals who will help you grow through your challenges, not tear you down because of them. Protecting your vulnerabilities also allows you to process your emotions more effectively. When you share your struggles too quickly or with too many people, you risk losing sight of your own perspective. External opinions can cloud your thoughts, making it harder to sort through your feelings and find clarity. By taking the time to reflect privately or with a trusted confidant, you give yourself the space to fully understand your emotions and determine the best course of action. This self-awareness is essential for navigating challenges with strength and resilience. There's a fine line between vulnerability and oversharing. Vulnerability is intentional. It's about opening up to the right people in the right circumstances. Oversharing, on the other hand, can be impulsive and often comes from a place of seeking immediate relief or validation. While it may feel cathartic in the moment, oversharing can leave you feeling exposed and regretful later on. By being mindful of what you share and with whom you maintain control over your narrative and protect yourself from unnecessary harm. Another benefit of safeguarding your vulnerabilities is that it allows you to maintain a sense of empowerment. When you share your struggles with the wrong people, you may feel powerless or even defeated if their response is negative or unsupportive. But when you choose to keep your struggles private until you're ready to share them with someone trustworthy, you retain control over your emotions and your story. You decide how and when to open up, which ensures that your vulnerabilities are treated with the care they deserve. It's also worth noting that some struggles are best kept private because they are still works in progress. Sharing your challenges prematurely can invite pressure, judgment, or advice that you're not ready to receive. Sometimes, the best way to navigate a difficulty is to work through it quietly, on your own, or with the help of a trusted guide. This private space allows you to process, heal, and grow without the added burden of external expectations or criticism. Your vulnerabilities are a part of your story, but they don't define you. They are moments in your journey, not the entirety of who you are. By protecting these sacred parts of yourself, you give them the time and space to become sources of strength rather than sources of pain. You allow yourself to rise above the struggles, to learn from them, and to emerge stronger and wiser. Choosing to share your vulnerabilities with intention is a form of self-respect. It shows that you value yourself enough to set boundaries, to discern who is worthy of your trust, and to protect your emotional well-being. Not everyone deserves access to your heart, and that's okay. The people who truly care about you will understand and respect this, and they will meet you with the compassion and support you deserve. By guarding your vulnerabilities, you honor yourself and create a foundation for stronger, healthier relationships with those who truly matter. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, your life is a masterpiece in progress. Let the world see the finished work, not the brushstrokes. Keep growing, keep believing, and stay faithful to your journey. Thank you.